It's now been 70 years since Masaya Nakamura's manufacturing company got its start.
Hell yeah, we gotta celebrate.
Yup, and I know just the game.
Bosconian, Nebulous Ray, Time Crisis?
Bombi, a Namco arcade game from 1979.
It's perfect.
Namco's first video game was GB, released back in 1978. It was a block-breaking game in the style of a pinball game, as per the vision of Toru Iwatani.
Some of you may have heard of him.
It would get a sequel called Bombi the following year, continuing the pinball-infused design further, now with legitimate color graphics.
Sayonara, colored cellophane.
Like with GB, you have blocks to break like drop targets in pinball, along with plenty of bumpers, light-up targets, and a spinner for slowing down your ball. Plus, you get a pair of paddles to bounce the ball with the bottom one being able to refill any fully cleared out sections of blocks. And of course, clearing out either of the sets of blocks on one side will plug up its corresponding drainage chute, with the top set increasing the corresponding bumper's point value. Unique to GB, aside from the layout, is what happens when you clear out the set of blocks at the top. You'll get a red 1000-point bumper to score a lot of points with. In fact, you can shatter it with enough hits to spawn more blocks.
It ain't an explosion, but it's still an exciting moment.
Plus, the game keeps track of which blocks you've cleared out, rather than resetting the board every time you lose a ball like in GB. The angled walls of the playfield make for some wild trajectories for the ball as well. Overall, Bombi is quite an improvement on its predecessor, and it's definitely worth playing with its fast action if you love Breakout or any other block-breaking game.
Wait, that's it? That seemed kinda short.
Well, it is the oldest game that we've talked about so far.
That is true.
You know what? We can keep going.
Yeah, let's do it.
Cutie Q, a Namco arcade game from 1979.
2 for 2, baby!
It's the third game in Namco's B trilogy, and it's got quite an overhaul with the design. You now have a pocket to launch each ball out of, rather than just shooting the ball out of the paddle. In fact, you can hit the ball back into this pocket to score a sweet bonus. And you now have 2 sets of block walls up top to chip away at. Clearing out either wall will spawn a yellow monster called a Walkman that you can hit for a bonus.
I wonder if that guy can play audio cassettes. Ow!
Heh! I'm scoring big today!
You get a low score for this game.
Plus, there's an alley in between, filled with these pink monsters called Minimon that you can hit as well. The alley will lengthen with an additional Minimon every time the ball hits the bottom paddle. And when you hit them, their eyes will remain for a short bit.
Gee, that sure seems familiar.
The top paddle can be used for rotating through the letters of extra in the side alleys, spelling each letter out on either side by hitting the rollover targets, and hitting the barrier in the corresponding draining chute will earn you an extra ball. These additions to Mr. Iwatani's design add to the game's depth and its strategy, and it makes Cutie Q easily the best of the trilogy, and a must-play for any Namco fan or any block-breaking fan. The other 2 games are also worth a go for the historical aspect. And of course, you gotta love the simple yet vibrant colors in these games.
Yet somehow GB still hasn't gotten a proper home release yet. We're counting on you, Hamster.